Everyone, thanks for reading my article this month, How I Got the Shot. In this particular shoot, it took place in Iceland last summer, and what an amazing experience. If you've never been to Iceland, I highly recommend add it to your bucket list for sure. The landscape is just absolutely breathtaking, and it just seems like every turn you make, there's just something more and more gorgeous. So for this particular shoot, it really was all about lighting, and I highlight that in the article, but if you notice the image on the cover, we have the original sky and the water is truly that color blue. And so this was a place called the Blue Lagoon in Iceland, and that is the true color of the water. And it's that way because of the white silica that's in that water. I'm not gonna get all science on you, it is what it is. But what you wanna do is be able to capture the vibrancy of those colors. And so a lot of times when you'd be in a scene like this, it'd be really easy to overexpose the scene, trying to get the model's face and expression captured correctly. Well, by doing it that way, what's gonna end up happening is you're gonna blow out the sky and you're gonna blow out the white detail in her dress. And if you look at that image, you'll notice all that detail is there. This isn't a composite shot. This is what it looked like. And so the takeaway there for you has to be to learn and work with off-camera flash of some sort. I'm not gonna get into name brands and what to use, what not to use. You see in the article what we used in this particular shot, but it's all about understanding that light and bringing light into the scene. No matter what time of day we're shooting, if you're using an alternate light source, you can actually photograph no matter the time of day, no matter the location, to get the look you want. And that's one of the key takeaways from the shoot. And a lot of times, a shot like this is on the side of the road. And so we wanted to create this just breathtaking image, this dreamy image, but still capture all that detail. And it's the lighting that really and truly allows this to happen. And so in this particular scene, again, she's being backlit by the sun, which would put her face in complete shadow. The worst thing you can do on a shoot like this is have the model in what's called, any kind of split lighting, meaning the natural light is hitting her on one side, and then you're trying to fill with flash on the other side. It's never gonna quite look right. You're gonna have a very difficult time bringing in enough power with your flash to offset that split lighting of the sun, right? Typically, we use the number f16 when we're talking about direct sunlight. And so you're gonna have a very difficult time pushing out f16 power on a speed light. It's not possible to do. And with strobes, you might have to have 1,000 watts or even more with you. And that becomes a challenge in and of itself. And so what I want you to do is get out there and put yourself in some uncomfortable situations. But most importantly, keep in mind, this is the travel edition. And so what I'm looking for you to do is not only put yourself in an uncomfortable situation, because guess what? If you're a wedding photographer, a portrait photographer, you can't always control your environment. So if you're used to being off balance, so to speak, you'll usually learn how to produce a good shot under pressure. But in the spirit of being in the travel edition, what I want you to do is carry a dress with you at all times. And I know if you're a guy, that already sounds weird, right? It's like, why do you have a dress in the back of your car? And so let's just take the obvious weirdness out of it for a second and think about this logically. I'm traveling at all times. If you're traveling, what you want to be able to do is have the ability, when you see something amazing, stop the car, get out and photograph it. And the one thing you don't want to have limiting you is wardrobe. You can get a dress off the rack online for $100 or less. Well worth the investment to have that with you at all times. Just like you would have your camera, consider this another piece of equipment that you would have with you in the wardrobe. So I hope that helps. Get out there, start making great images, and enjoy your travels.